First Days to Artists by Sandra Grant. Soldiers Point, 2317. Narrated by Chloe Schwank. The face of the little boy shines out from under a hat that almost swallows him. It is my great-grandson Jackson, his first day at school. It reminds me of the photos of my own children on their first days, so I rummage through the cupboard and find the album. There they are. It's almost the same pose, outside on the steps, all wearing oversized uniforms. It is amazing how much mothers expect their children to grow in their first years at school. I remember all the feelings of excitement, hope, and anxiety that I'm sure my granddaughter felt as she took her son to school this morning. The anxiety of letting them go off to an unknown future, and the hope that in this new environment, teachers and friends would be kind and caring towards them. My own daughter, my eldest child, was so confident as we left the house. I felt she was well prepared for big school. She had attended preschool. She had friends who were also starting that day, but her confidence seemed to abandon her, and she clasped my hand tightly when we walked through the school gates, and she saw the vastness of the playground with so many children, all bigger than her and running around noisily. I felt her nervousness, and all the weight of motherhood rested in the pit of my stomach. I couldn't wait to collect her at the end of the day to make sure that she was okay. There have been many first days. I have known them from both sides, as parent and teacher. Each year, welcoming a new class and understanding their nervousness and excitement as they come into my classroom for the first time. It is always a balancing act, establishing the rules and expectations, but reassuring them that they will have a good year. There will be new things to learn, and we will have fun. I have taught all primary grades, kindergarten to year 6, but it is that introduction to school in kindergarten that carries the most weight. As a kindergarten teacher, we know that the parents will need regular updates. They want to be reassured that their child is coping, is finding friends, and is able to ask for help when it is needed. My great-grandson has many positive traits. He has a friendly, gentle nature, a willingness to be helpful, and he is quiet and observant. I hope that his teacher will notice these things. I'm feeling my granddaughter's anxiety. By today's standards, she is a young mum. She is hoping that she has prepared him well for these first steps towards independence, that he will continue to grow into a happy and healthy individual. My thoughts turn to other photos and faces that I recently examined. Photos from my own school days that were handed around at a reunion of some friends from our shared primary school days, as we reminisced about our school days, 60-plus years ago. We had different memories and anecdotes about most of the teachers, but one particular teacher stood out for all of us, Miss Kent, our 4th grade teacher. She was slightly bohemian, with her black stockings and her hair often worn in a French roll. The reason for our fond memories of 4th grade was that when all the maths, English and social studies lessons from primary school all blurred together, we remembered the art lessons with Miss Kent. Our classroom was a bright display of afternoons spent exploring drawing, colour, patterns and design. It is no accident that in our gathering we have 2 artists, and the rest of us all pursue creative activities in our spare time. We can trace these tendencies back to our 4th grade teacher. I find it very useful when my mind is preoccupied by a particular problem or issue to take some time out and sit with a sketchbook and just focus on drawing something for a while. This usually allows me to solve the problem that I had become preoccupied with. There were other teachers who had a profound effect on me. My primary school principal convinced my father that I had a future in teaching. There was a French teacher who inspired a desire to travel, and a history teacher whose stories gave me an empathy and connection to those who came before me. My English teacher in my final years at high school encouraged me to apply to university, where I discovered a whole world of intellectual curiosity. At that time, the accepted path to primary school teaching was not through a university degree, but via a teacher's college. University for me was certainly a brave new world that I would never have dreamed of. I pack away the photo albums and take another look at Jackson's photo. So much hope in that big smile. I hope there's a Miss Kent in Jackson's school life. The end.